Well, we're here with the Wolfbits Pro, highest performing aerobatic biplane in the world. Probably one of the coolest aeroplanes ever built, certainly in my opinion, and it's my favourite aeroplane to fly. We'll have a little walk around and I'll give you a bit of a rundown on it, some of its features. So we'll start with the propeller. So this is Hartzell's latest propeller. This is the Hartzell Talon. So I've had this propeller on it only for probably about 60 hours, maybe 70 hours. I like it. I think it is better than the other prop. I've got a Hartzell claw for it as well, which is what I've been flying with it for the last 10 years. Both props are very similar, but I do think this one's better at slow speed and certainly in the hovering type scenario. If we move back a little bit under the cowl, we've got a 400 horsepower Lycoming IO 540 6-cylinder fruit of an engine built by Lycon. So it's got a lot of mods done to it. It's not a standard engine. I guess it's a similar type of engine to what you'd have in a Chieftain, except you know that those engines start life at 260 horsepower. This one dynoed at 403. Ken does a fantastic job with the porting and polishing, making it breathe better. It's got airflow performance fuel injection, sky dynamic sump and exhaust. Everything's cryo treated, so it's frozen, so that we don't have any sort of engine structural issues as far as breaking conrods and pistons and putting them out the block, hopefully. So I've had a good run with the engines, and yeah, this one's excellent. This is a newish engine. It's probably I think it's about 180 hours old now. As we walk around, there's some differences between the Wolfbits Pro and maybe normal pit specials. So the spats are a nicer design than what a normal pit special is. The brakes are all inside the wheel spat, so it's more efficient. You've got these aerodynamic undercarriage fairings. So it's got titanium legs underneath that. It's just a real lightweight fairing that goes over the top. Makes it look good, and it's streamlined. We've got these fairings around here that make it look nice. We've got these ducts on the cowl, so you'll notice it's got an outward deflector. So what that does is help suck the air out, the hot air out. Got them on the top as well to help suck hot air out, and the biggest one's on the bottom. That's where most of the hot air goes out the bottom. We've got the exhaust drain that goes into so the normal standard pits would have the drain going down the back through like a 3/4 inch pipe. My drain goes into the exhaust. When we look at the wings, you know, it's a nice aerofoil. It's interesting to note that it's got like a cutaway leading edge here on the tip. I think it helps with the roll rate. You notice that the inner plane struts fit the wing really nice. So I mean, obviously it makes it look good. It's nice when everything fits perfect. Steve Wolf does an amazing job he's a one-off builder, and he's done a fantastic job of this aircraft. The ailerons are really large and travel a long way. So, you know, that's obviously a pretty handy feature with this aircraft. It's got the horn balance on the end of both ailerons, so effectively gives you a bit of power steering, as well as having the spades under the wing. So most biplanes have got spades, as you can see down under here, which helps with the power steering, if you like. And it's important that they're rigged the right way to give you the feel that you want, whether you want it snatchy or whether you want it just to be really nice. I like it just to have a nice feel without too much snatch. We've got the sighting device here, which most aerobatic airplanes have got. So effectively, when we go straight up and down, this one's on the horizon. When we go up at 45 degrees, this one's on the horizon. When we're upside down on a down 45, this one's on the horizon. And when we're doing a torque roll or something, we're just putting this on the horizon, keeping that on the center and rolling around it. The cockpit's pretty streamlined here because it's got a side opening canopy. I guess the downside is it can be a little hot in summer, but it's really nice and sleek. There's no drag from like the canopy rails and so on. So it all, when it's closed, everything fits perfectly, and it's nice and efficient, smooth like a monoplane, I guess. So there's no drag. It's pretty, it's pretty nice and compact inside. There's room. It's got a good feature with the so the seat is laid back a long way to help with the G's, with your feet right up in the air and your knees bent. Most biplanes, your feet would be down near the floor. So it's a feature that I really like about this aeroplane. So pretty standard layout for an aerobatic aircraft. We'll start on the left and work our way around. We've got the canopy mechanism here. So when the canopy's closed, it goes down. When the canopy's open, that's up. It's got a special clip that it goes into, so it doesn't come undone. Here's the throttle. Just got the right amount of friction on the throttle, so when you need to fly two-handed on the stick, which you don't need to for strength, but you need to be accurate sometimes. So throttle's stiff enough that if I've got it set here, it'll stay there when I let go. We've got the smoke arm switch here, so when I arm it, this is my smoke switch on top of the stick. If I put that on, I'll have smoke on. And when we want to fill the smoke, we just go down and that sucks it in. I've got a non-return valve and a fitting up the front, so it can just suck it itself straight out of the drum. We got our emergency canopy opener here, so if I pull that, the pin comes out of the front, the canopy blows away. We've got our altimeter, G meter, airspeed and altimeter, as well as in here we've also got them in here as well, so you can set whichever screen you like. So we've got an AH, we've got a skid ball there as well. We got airspeed and we got our altimeter as well as the instruments, so engine instruments. So we've got our manifold pressure and RPM, oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature, our charging. Back on the main screen, we've got our fuel quantity. So that the dynon tells you it's a flight deck 180. They're starting to get probably a little outdated now. There's a new version out which we've actually got to put in it. So dynon a great instrument designers and developers, and yeah, we're really happy with them. We've got the radio over here, got our magneto switches, got a GPS, got the airshow sequence card there ready to go. And then I missed over here, we've got the mixture, so engine mixture here. We've got our elevator trim there, which is also doubles as the tail wheel lock. So when that's up, the tail wheel's undone. When the trim's ready for flight, the tail wheel's locked. Got our fuel selector. So when we go on a ferry flight, take this cover off here and we put in another 90-litre fuel tank that sits in the top, which I guess one of the problems with biplanes is they never have enough fuel. I've got 200 litres when I got the ferry tank in, so effectively I can fly from here to Melbourne or here to Brisbane pretty easily without having to stop. We've got the prop control here, so we're in full fine there at the moment. We've got our comm at the bottom. It's a dual comm, so it's one unit, but you can listen to two frequencies, which is really handy. Can take care of the CTAF as well as having a display frequency or a chat frequency. We've got our softy parachute, fits into the carbon fibre back tray really nicely. And what that helps with is it locates your back. So I've got these shoulder pads for where my shoulders rest, but having the back tray so the parachute locates in it is really handy. Yeah, it's nice to have it sort of clean and tidy on the inside where there's nothing to sort of hit your arms on. We've got a little bit of luggage space in the back. We use that when we go from A to B. But yeah, all in all, pretty cool aeroplane, pretty user friendly, pretty rearward centre of gravity. It's quite unstable, and it's pretty unstable actually when you put the ferry tank in, when you take off and you're full of fuel and full of gear. But again, Steve's done a great job in the design work and making it feel perfect. When we go back to the empennage here, we've got a large stabilizer, a large elevator. The travel on the elevator moves a long way, which is, you know, fantastic for aerobatics. You see it's got a servo tab, not a trim tab. So the servo tab moves as the elevator moves. That helps with the power steering as well as the horn balance on the end. Same as the rudder, big fin with a big rudder and a horn balance. So it makes it not heavy on your feet. It's actually extremely light. So, you know, it doesn't matter what speed you're going. If you want to get full deflection, you can. All in all, pretty cool machine, to be honest. I really love it. And if you ask me what I'd change, I don't think there'd be much there wouldn't be a whole lot I'd change. I really love this aeroplane. A lot. So there you go. That's the Wolf Pits Pro. Hopefully you enjoy flying it on the simulator.